Welcome to the sum of the numericals from AC circuit. Let us solve it. As per the given data, some impedance we have to find where the supply voltage is given to us in RMS values and the current is given 10 angle of 30-degree lag minus 30. You have to find what is the value of Z. We know that Z is equals to V by I. This will be 30. So we can write this as so we get the value of here Z, that is the impedance, 8.66, that is the resistance, and 5 is the reactance, because this is nothing but R plus JXL. We have been asked reactance, so it is 5 ohm. If inductance, we would have find out what is the value of L, then frequency must be given. Now next is Y. Y is 1 by Z. So cos component and sine component of it. Correct. So here you have got admittance. Then it is the sum of conductance and susceptance. This is the conductance value and this is the susceptance value. And unit is mho, and for the impedance the unit is ohm. So you solve the first problem here. Question number 7. Circuit has a fixed resistance 2 ohm. Fine. Then inductance in series with a resistor R. Correct. Supplied with a constant voltage, constant frequency and voltage, that is 100 volt, some frequency. The question is asked for what value of R is the power consumption in it is maximum. Let me tell you that if we draw a curve like this with R in the x-axis and power in the y-axis, usually this type of experiment is done in the lab where these are the 2 and 10, maybe the internal source, resistance and reactance, and R is the load. And AC circuit is there and AC supply is there with some current is there. So we vary the load from a higher end, not from the lower side. We higher end and then we decrease and we get a pattern of curve like this. At certain value of R, not the minimum value of R, at certain value of R we get the slope is 0. We can see that dP by dR is equal to 0. The slope is 0, it means also that at this particular value P is maximum. So what we are going to do is we are writing the P is equal to I square, the power across this R. I is nothing but V by Z, so square of all. That we can write as R by Z square is the impedance of the entire circuit. So we take the resistive term one side and reactance one side. Now we have to make a derivative with respect to R. So V square derivation of this term. Denominator we will not consider because we are writing this for the max and this is equal to 0. So we can write on the first term, denominator term first. Derivation of R1 minus R times derivation of this lower term. This term, this will come out to be 0. So this is not so important. This will some square. So what we get finally is, in this term we will rewriting it. So 2 plus R whole square. This 2 plus R same as R plus 2. Let us solve it. This will cancel out. This implies this says R is equal to root over of 104. So how much you get? R is 10.2 ohms. So value of R is 10.2 ohm at which the power is maximum. So that comes to solution of question number 7. In this question, alternating voltage is given in terms of rectangular form. Current is also given in rectangular form. The key is this is not given as A minus JB, that is a minus A plus JB. This is the logic in this question. So we have a voltage over here and the current over here. So what we are going to do is find the value of Z. So let us write in terms of polar form better. So when we write in terms of polar form, 80 plus J60 root over of 80 square plus 60 square, it will be come out to be 100. Angle tan inverse of 60 by 80, 87 divided by the current is root over of 4 square plus 10 square, that is 10.77. Tan inverse of 10 divided by minus 4, that is 180 minus 68.2. That is very important. So you have here 10 angle 36.87 divided by 10.77. This value is 111.80. So I can write this as 9.285 angle of minus 74.93. That's the value of Z. So from here what we can get is the information is that the V, if this is a reference and you have the voltage is somewhere here and the current is somewhere here, and there is an angle between them is 74.93 degree. The current is leading, correct, with 74.93, and this is the value of the Z. Now what is the power, it has been asked. So power formula is VI star. The real part of it is the power consumed. So we find the real part of it. So real part of it will let us evaluate the value of V, 100 angle 36.87. The current is, this is the value of current 10.77. Complex conjugate, star is complex conjugate. So this angle will be minus. Very simple. So we just write it the value. This will come out to be This is the 10 real part of it will be cos component of it. So that is nothing but 280 watt. So that is how we can solve and get the value of the power consumed. Now the solution of answer 9. This is a circuit where it's given that it consists of resistance and reactance in series. This is of 10 ohm and this is of 0.1 Henry. So can I write in terms of like 2 pi f? I can write it as 2 pi f. We know that f is 50. So this is nothing but 100 pi. So when I say omega L, I can say 100 pi with 100 pi into 0.1. That is 10 pi, this much of ohms. So this is the value of XL we have, this is the value of R we have, and the frequency is 50 Hz. So obviously anybody can find the value of Z, which is equals to 32.97, angle is 34. And the value of Y is obviously 1 by Z, 1 by 32.97. This angle will obviously go up, it is minus 72.34, 0.03 angle minus 72.34. So what we are going to do is this value of admittance multiply with, so we get one answer here, admittance value. Cos component of it and sine component of it. The cos component will be conductance and sine component will be susceptance. This will comes out to be minus J. This values in terms of mho. So we get the value of conductance and susceptance value. Correct? Next. The question given is that it's a capacitive load with 200 volt supply. So 200 volts, 50 Hz. R value is 100. This is 50 microfarad. Again we know that omega is 100 pi because frequency is 50 Hz. So 1 by j omega c is the value of XL. So we can write this as 1 by j 100 pi into 50 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. So XC, this is XC. So usually we can write the j as not writing j over here. Rather we can say this is minus of j, sorry. We can write z is equal to r plus 1 by j omega c, or we can write r plus or r minus j into xc. Now we can get the value of this. That is what it comes out to be, like 118.54, and angle is this. Z is coming like this. So what is the value of the current over here? Current is obviously the voltage 200 divided by the Z, that is 118.54 angle minus 32.48. This comes out to be 1.68 angle 32.48. Now this is what I get the answer is, this is 32.48 is the reading, that is confirmed. Cos of 32.48 will give you the power factor. This is the power factor value. The current is known now and the value of the impedance is known. Now what is the value of the VR and VC? These two is asked. We can easily find, there are many ways, but let us see the phasor diagram of this. If I draw the phasor diagram, here the 200 is given with a straight line, like 200 is not given with any angle. So let us say this is a 200. Let me draw it here. This is the 200. This is the value of the voltage, total voltage. So if I divide this voltage with the value of the Z, and then I get a value of current, but it is not possible. The current is the one which we have to take as a reference. So this we cannot take as a reference, we have to take the current as a reference. So when I multiply I with R, I got the value of VR. And when I multiply I with 1 by j omega C, which is equal to nothing but minus of j1 by I by omega C, it will give me negative of this value, and that is nothing but minus of ji by omega C. So once we have these two, we can have a phasor sum of it, and we can get the value of the resultant part. See, this is the value of the voltage. This is what the voltage. Now voltage is given as without any angle, this is 0 degree. So if we have to take this as a reference, so current is leading by an angle of 32.48. Also, if somebody is asked the power, so VR is there, so it is a cos phi component of it. So the cos component of it gives the power in the x-axis. So here we can write the VR is equal to V cos of phi, and this is the VC is equal to V sin of phi. And now we can get the value of the voltage here, that is 200 into cos of phi is 32.48, which is equals to 168.21 volt, this much. So we solve the value of VR and VC like this, and also we understand the phasor diagram and why the current is taken as reference. From the current we get the value of the voltage angle, not the voltage is reference and getting the current, not possible. But later on we can say that if the voltage is reference, the current is leading by an angle of 32.48. So thank you very much. See you again with another video with some more numericals.